Hi guys, so I'm so excited to come to you and tell you that I was able to get Sisterlocks established in my hair over the course of a week last week. I know that I had been trying to document my journey with the braid locks, and for the most part the back was locking and the front would never lock, and I was trying everything. And I know that this is a journey, or was a journey, that required a lot of patience, but what was happening with the front of my hair is it kept unraveling, and each time it unraveled I felt like I was beginning my journey all over again every time I had to braid it back or twist it back, and it was getting a little frustrating. I even tried to interlock the ones that were unraveling all the way completely to the end. And then I had to come to terms with, I have never locked before. I've been braiding for over 30 years, but I am not a loctician. And I wasn't comfortable with the look that my hair was turning out. It wasn't what I know that I wanted for my hair. So I made a decision to take my hair loose. And I didn't come to that decision just over the course of a day. It was a decision that I kept constantly playing with in my mind. What brought me back to the Sisterlock decision, and I'm going to show you my hair and go into all the specs in a bit, was that I kept trying to go through the braid lock journey, and I contacted the loctician who was initially going to do my Sisterlock install before the pandemic happened. And with everything reopening, I asked her about looking at my hair and maybe doing a professional retie for me. And then that way I can know what I was doing wrong, what other things I needed to do. And in the course of us talking, she said something that resonated with me. She said, "Do you think you're going to be happy with the decision that you're making with the braid lock?" She said, "Sure, I'll look at them for you. I know you originally wanted Sisterlocks. Do you think you're going to be happy with the outcome?" And I thought about it and I thought about it, and I made the decision, no, I wouldn't be, because the fear for me was that I would invest so much time and I wouldn't get the look that I originally wanted. And for me, I knew I would take it loose because I know what I wanted, what vision I wanted in my head, and it wasn't turning out that way. Had nothing to do with patience or anything of that sort. It was a look that I know that I wanted, that I've wanted for years, and it wasn't turning out that way because I'm not trained to do locks. That's not my specialty. That's not something that I've done ever. So when we talked, I was full disclosure with my hair in terms of doing the braid locks and how it was growing. But what I noticed more than anything is my hair was getting bigger. It wasn't so much growing, it was getting thicker. And I wanted her to see it. I sent her pictures and everything. And we decided that we were going to set up some time for her to install the Sisterlocks for me, and her prices were reasonable. I did not pass the 4-inch mark. Her prices started at a specific amount, and then it goes up based on the inches that you have. So her price was still reasonable for me. It was more the sitting that we were more concerned with. So we broke it up over the course of about a week. So the locks in the front were established over a week ago. The ones in the back she completed yesterday. So I want to show you my hair. And it's so neat. It's such a neat grid. She really did a great job. I'm quite pleased. I have no complaints. She got the edges pretty well. I played with it a little bit. I know that once I wash it, it's going to shrink up. I'm prepared for that. I'm really not worried about the shrinkage. I got to show you the front. I just put these little clips on it, these little baby clips, to play around and see if I could do some form of style. But my front is locked. I'm so excited about that. The grid is so neat and so well done. We talked about my edges right here. It's not strong enough to put one. And I appreciate that she didn't just try to put one there. She explained to me that she would rather this get a little bit stronger, and then at a later time, she'll put a lock there. And I appreciate that. This side is a little bit better. But I also was concerned with this part that I have in the middle that is pretty broken off. It's always been like a rather thin part of my hair. And she was able to get that locked. She used a different rotation, she told me, other than what she used for my hair. I think she said that she used a 3-point, and I'm really excited. I think she did an excellent job. And I am extremely picky about people doing my hair. I don't feel a worry about the front locking anymore. I'll put a picture here as to what I was talking about in terms of my front just giving me such a problem. And I know it didn't have anything to do with the color. It was just the front of my hair is a very cottony, different type of texture. So she, again, used a different rotation, I guess, when she did the front of my hair. So I'm quite pleased. And the other thing that I was worried about with the braid locks is that some of them on the ends were starting to get fat. And I'll insert a picture here of what I'm talking about. You get no privacy. As a parent, you get no privacy. But anyway, so I'm very excited. I think she did a phenomenal job. It's interesting. I have to share the story. Last year, when I was actually researching the Sisterlocks and I went to the website, I put in my area and I see this name appear, and it's someone that I knew. And I said, oh, wow. So she and I were talking, and I was like, I didn't know you did Sisterlocks. And she said, yeah. She said, I did such and such Sisterlocks. And she was telling me a couple people that we both mutually know that she did their Sisterlocks. And I knew she had locks. But it was cool to have my hair done by somebody I know. I mention that to say, when people talk about the relationship that you have with your consultant, it is so important, because it took us about 43 hours broken across a week's worth of time to do my hair. And I don't have a lot of hair. I can't imagine sitting that closely with someone or in the presence of someone that amount of time and not be comfortable with them. I also counted as she finished the section and we stopped for that day. I went and I counted. So altogether, I have between 600, I think it was like 679 to 684, because there were a couple, as I was counting, I think slipped out my finger 2 at a time. And I didn't go back to that section and recount it because it was just too much. But I did my braid locks. I was between 465, I believe I was at. So I went up by 200 locks. And that's basically, I feel like, because she made my parts uniform and small according to the grid guidelines. I do want the fullness that the number and the versatility, because I feel like when it's smaller, I can do more. And I really wanted that. And that was something that we talked about. So I am very happy and I am very pleased. I also was thinking and kind of laughing to myself about this part going straight back. That was something when I was doing my braid locks I didn't want. But then I noticed in one of my pictures when I had styled my hair and I had it in 2 braids going up, that part wasn't neat. So I understand the logic of having that middle part, and you can always, once the retie or the installment gets a little fresher, you can always mix that part. I'll still be doing styles with braids and how to, and that's what I've always loved to do. I love the fact that you can braid over your Sisterlocks. I won't be doing that right away because I want to give it a chance to settle and naturally and organically do what my hair is supposed to do, especially since this is an investment. I'm taking it a bit more seriously than if I had did it the installment myself. But I like the fact that it's still versatile where I can wear wigs and such. So I hope you guys join me for this journey again. It'll still be the same. I do these videos for fun. It's enjoying, satisfying, sharing things that I learn, especially when it concerns hair. I've always loved hair. So thank you guys for watching. See you soon. Bye.